We're going to do one last question and then wrap up. And then, as many of you know, we're hanging around afterwards. Kiva's going to stay here as well, so we can meet and chat, grab more food.
Just Kirk.
Cool. So you've worked at privately held companies that are very on the down low, very quiet about what they do, not too much outside marketing. And you've worked at companies that have been very out there with marketing, taxi toppers. I imagine some people here are in the quieter companies because they're in early stage. Is that right? Basically, a lot of people, or a lot of people have marketing too? Both. But can you talk about like the difference between how you run your sales team when they really have that kind of, it's all a secret, you got to talk to us kind of marketing, or there's really like stuff out there that can feed you leads? Can you talk about both?
So what is the difference between working for a company that is out there with a big marketing megaphone and a company that doesn't have a lot of information out there and is a little bit more secretive about what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really good question. The first thing I'd say is the one with the taxi top is a hell of a lot easier than the one without. Getting inbound leads and responding to those inbound leads is like someone walking into your store and saying, I'm interested in purchasing your product. If you can't close that person, you shouldn't be in sales. The other is a lot harder. But I would say, actually, I'm gonna pivot away from the question for a second, because I think this is important. I think you've got to tell a great story. And so I would say, you asked me at the beginning about Handshake, and I didn't go into great detail, and I won't here, but what I said was, who wouldn't jump at the chance to work for a company that's revolutionizing an industry, that's transforming an entire industry? And I believe that's what Handshake is doing as you think about the wholesale to retail sales environment that is antiquated. But I would say the same thing about Gerson Lehrman Group, GLG, where I worked for 6 or 7 years. GLG was transforming the way people learn, right, by giving you access to expertise that you didn't have before. So think about it. You're an executive that's trying to make a difficult business decision, taking your business into China. Now you have this opportunity to talk to an expert who's taken many businesses into China before you make that decision. Who wouldn't jump at that chance? Of course you would. Then I worked for Percolate, right? And Percolate was a marketing technology, is a marketing technology company enabling a marketer from the community manager up to the CMO to perform any marketing task inside of a platform, giving a chief marketing officer the opportunity to, like never before, describe to their board how each of their brands are performing in each of their markets on each of their channels, transforming the way marketing is done. And now I work for Handshake. And so my guess is that if you just think hard enough, you can probably come up with a pretty good case for how your company is transforming or revolutionizing the industry that you're in. And so I don't know that's a perfect answer to your question, but I would say that's what you want to go to market with. That's the punch in the face that you want to deliver to a prospect when you walk in the door. Because you can always peel off that and explain how, right? And what you're selling them today can be a vision for where you're going. It doesn't have to include, you don't have to have in your product all of the features that make that revolutionary today. But if you establish yourself as an expert, if you establish yourself as a consultant who this company wants to spend some time with, then you're given the right to guide them over the next 12, 24, 36 months. And that's true enterprise selling.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Kiva, for coming out tonight. I also want to thank all of you guys for coming out. There's some pretty amazing people here, some new folks who I've met earlier tonight, and some folks that have been supporting us for a long, long time. So thanks everyone in the sales community in New York. Give yourself a round of applause. I also want to thank our sponsors, Archie.io, Scaled, Closer IQ, Drizzly, and Cater to Me. If you haven't already, grab some food, grab a drink. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. This will all be available at buildingthesalesmachine.com. And I also want to let everybody know and invite you guys to come out July 27th where we'll be joined by the CRO of Greenhouse, the applicant tracking software. So that should be another fun event. We're going to hang out for a while. Kiva's going to be here, and I look forward to meeting some of you in person. And also a quick reminder, we're looking for a community and social manager for building the sales machine. So if anyone's interested or anyone wants to help meet everyone in the New York sales community, this is a great gig. So thank you all, and look forward to seeing you guys at the next event.
Thank you. Awesome.
Nice job. That was great.
It was fun.
Nice.